G'day, Rob. You've done a lot of interviews about BioBrew, and I was wondering if I could talk to you today about your thoughts.
Yeah, the reason I keep doing stories about BioBrew is literally because it's such an amazing product, and I've got to be very careful on my program because if I'm seen to be promoting an item or a product, it's basically a recommendation, and because of that, I do have to be very, very careful. However, I like to point out that any comments that I make about BioBrew are totally unsolicited. There's absolutely no pressure on me to, commercial or otherwise, to say anything nice about it. The only reason I do talk about it, and the only reason I do it, is literally because I believe in the product. I think it's absolutely fabulous, and quite frankly, if farmers aren't using it, they're not getting the potential out of their herds.
You've spoken to a fair few farmers about it. What do you take away from those conversations?
It's interesting the variety of different ways that people are using it. And I think probably that whole thing is totally untapped at this stage. The other thing I find is that once somebody's used it, they believe in it. And they become absolute converts, almost disciples for this jolly stuff. I mean, people are putting it onto maize, they're putting it onto pasture, using it for calves, they're using it for dairy cows, they're using it for beef stock. It's just wide open, and yet as I said, they become disciples as soon as they've used it. So every time anyone uses a free sample, I guess your market just gets bigger.
And a lot of products have come and gone over time. What's your sense of where BioBrew's going?
That's a very interesting point because I have, over my 20 odd years of doing Rob's Country, seen a lot of them arrive on the market. I've seen probiotics in all different powdered forms, and I've been very, very cautious because once again, if I actually start to do anything that looks like a recommendation or that I'm backing it in any way, and I don't really want to. So, and yes, I have seen a hell of a lot of things come and go. Some of them have lasted a year, some of them have lasted 2 years, most have only lasted one season. Where you guys are going, as I come back to the fact that everybody who's tried it becomes a disciple for it. They just say, fine. And they won't stop talking about it. And I'm busily doing an interview with them about their stock, their property, the history of the place, and all those sort of ins and outs, the pasture renewal. And I say something like animal health. Bang, out comes BioBrew. And so, yeah, it's great. It's here. It's here.
And what would you say to a farmer thinking about trying a sample of BioBrew for the first time?
If you don't, you've got rocks in your head.
Thank you very much, Rob.